They've got Kevin Durant, also Thompson out there. Tim Hardaway is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Burke in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. They get the rebound. Back to Sasser. Pass to Holland. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Şengün. Holland can't hit. All right, Coach, if you have a really young team, how do you approach the season early in the schedule?
Well, Brian, the big challenge is when you have a young team is really trying to figure out who fits into what roles, what's the best way for your team to play. That takes a little longer than it does with other teams, and at times you have to modify your schemes, your rotations, and really work to figure out what you need to do.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Nets put on a show. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he made a lot of shrewd decisions with the ball, which led to a hefty assist total for him. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on, see if he can't replicate that performance.
Well, MP completed his rookie year in style, Grant, winning a title.
Not gonna lie, B.A., I'm a little jealous. I never got a ring, but seriously, though, it is so tough to win it all. Hats off to MP. His career is off to a great start.
Here's George, after the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. Here's Strother, green covering, picked by Stewart. Here's Strother, no good on the triple. And so Durant will bring it up for the Rockets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
This is a potential finals preview, as good as it gets early in the season.
And Detroit has possession after the basket by Houston. Now here's Sasser. Defense right on him. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
To the left side wing. Here's Şengün. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Rockets trail by 3. Out to Thompson. And here's Green from the arc. Green, money from deep.
Oh, my. I mean, Green is ready for a duel at the arc. I mean, he's always an eager three-point shooter.
Pass to Sasser. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Inside, Stewart. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And I've also really enjoyed watching them hit the boards, specifically the offensive glass and how they've capitalized on that hustle.
And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, The 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Here's Burke. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Count it. And Grant defending his first NBA championship. MP translating his talent into some hardware.
Yeah, and that's the ultimate goal. You can have all the fans, the likes, the shoe deals, but where you earn the genuine respect of everyone is by winning it all.
From the arc. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds in the game. Green, the pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Pass to Sasser. Here's Strother. Green covering. Picked by Stewart. The ball's knocked loose. Şengün with it. Back to Burke. Out to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Here's Whitmore outside. Unable to get that one.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Sasser outside. 16 feet out. And that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now.
Now here's Sasser. He's got 5. Can't hit from in close.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And there's a pick. Down low. Burke, the pass to Şengün. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
You gotta love how Şengün attacks on the interior.
Sasser outside. Pass to Strother to win the drought. Gets the 3 ball to go. Strother's got his first 3 points of the game.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Burke, the pass to Green. Back to Burke. Uses the glass on the layup. Burke's got 12. And of course, MP is the reigning MVP. So there might be a target on his back this season, Grant.
Well, guys always bring their A games against the best players and teams. MP is going to get a lot of attention this year, but he's got the talent and mental fortitude to deal with it.
And the timeout called here by JB Bickerstaff. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. The 4th spot held by the Rockets.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
Pass to Cunningham. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got rebound number 7 tonight. On the wing, Thompson. Outside Whitmore. 4-3. Counted from distance. And now it's a 7-point Rocket lead.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Here's Cunningham. It's on target from the high post. Cunningham's got 8.
Yeah, that's a shot that Cunningham is very comfortable with. No problem with the mid-range.
Stan, you were a longtime coach in the NBA, one of the most demanding jobs on the planet. Just how much is required time-wise from an NBA coach?
Well, it's a lot of time. I mean, it's all day, every day, 7 days a week in season. But look, let's put it in perspective. It's not like we're out there running a jackhammer.
Now that's a visual I'd like to see from you, Coach. Holland, he's checked in for Strother. A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Ali. Now here's Cunningham. Give him 8 points now.
Well, physical play by Durant at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Pass to Whitmore. Back to Burke. Outside, Green. Here's Burke. Detroit with a rebound. Durant's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Cunningham with the ball. Now Thompson defending. Cunningham outside. 6 on the shot clock. Nice D from Thompson. Houston leading by 7. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Burke. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Thompson. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Here's Burke following the score by Detroit. The 3 from Thompson. He buries it from 3. Thompson's got his second basket on the night.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Ivy. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, with his explosive athleticism, Ivy creates a lot of problems for opposing defenses.
Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. Free throw good. Ivy. That one misses.
Well, a top 5 pick back in 2022. Jaden Ivey's athleticism sticks out in a league of athletes. He is that explosive.
Here's Burke. 14 points for him. Back to Şengün. Outside, Green. Knocks down the long J. Green's got 12.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Back to Cunningham. And he's going for the lob. And the dunk by Durant.
Well, as a lob partner, Durant's exactly what you want. He really goes and gets it.
And Burke, here we go. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Burke. Outside for Green. Şengün, a screen on Ivy. Here's Green. Detroit with a rebound.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Durant giving his all on the glass, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
Looks like he's getting warmed up. Much better efficiency here in the second quarter.
Pass to Ivy. Now here's Durant. Here's Holland. He's scoreless. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Şengün.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Detroit shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Here's Burke. Sasser defending. Three-pointer, Brooks. Rebounded by the Pistons. Durant's got his 16th rebound on the night. Sasser outside. 24 seconds left in the second. First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him. Ivy's checked in for Strother. So he hits one of two from the stripe. Houston leading by 5. Thompson attacking. Pass to Burke. Up top, Durant. Durant. The rebound by Detroit. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Houston up by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hey, folks, welcome to the halftime show. A lead right now in this one for the Houston Rockets. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Rockets.
You look at the
That does it for halftime.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And Detroit, let's look at who they've got. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Asar Thompson out there with Holland. And it's Durant in at the 5. And it's Cunningham missing. Houston leading by 5. Here's Burke. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Burke's got 18 points in the game. How about MP, Grant, earning his second first-team All-NBA selection last year?
And MP told us he really wants to make it there again. First-team All-NBA is the elite of the elite. An incredible honor for MP.
That's an aggressive play and a chance for Cunningham to get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Staying the top pick in the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
Here's Burke. Soft touch off the glass. Burke's got 20.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Pass to Ivy. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham.
And that's fantastic body control. Ivy showing he can take hits while shooting.
Burke, the pass to Thompson. Back to Burke. There's a screen for three. Durant. Durant with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Cunningham outside. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
Well, this is the story of the night for that defense. They have not been able to contain Cunningham.
Here's Burke going inside. Durant with a rebound. Durant's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Holland can't tie it up. That one misses.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Detroit has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Out to Thompson. Burke on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. Burke, the pass to Durant. Clock at 6. And the foul on Jaden Ivey. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside for Green. The Rockets again can't hit.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Thompson against Thompson. Pass to Durant. Thompson against Thompson. Just 5 on the clock for the lead. And Durant with the basket on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Yep, that one's good. Burke's got 6 points in the quarter. And riding high, MP coming off an NBA championship and the Bill Russell Trophy for Finals MVP.
And that's what it's all about, B.A. These are the things that history remembers. And I know for a fact that's the kind of impact he wants to have.
Pass to Green. Launches it. He drops it from range. And now a 3-point Rocket lead.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot, and it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
And here's Durant. Here's Cunningham. From 12 feet, and there's the rejection. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Burke. He's watched by Cunningham. Burke, it's good. Burke's got 24.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
And here's Cunningham. He's got 16. Pass to Durant. Back to Cunningham. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Burke, it's good. He's got 26. A major milestone in the career of MP. He's close to releasing his own signature shoe.
With MP and Jordan collaborating on this new shoe, you know it's going to be a hot commodity. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if sneakerheads were already lining up for it.
Thompson passes to Ivey. Over Green. A nice shot by Ivey. Ivey's got 13.
Well, mid-range shots might be sparse from Ivey, but he can hit them to keep the defense honest.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Whitmore's checked in for the Rockets. Hardaway comes in for Green. Here's Burke. He's watched by Cunningham. Şengün, a screen on Cunningham. Here's Burke. Durant with a rebound.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Cunningham passes to Durant. On the wing, Ivy. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
Well, what a night for Ivy. He's playing his game and being aggressive.
Cunningham against Durant. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Cunningham. Here we go, all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Burke, the pass to Durant. Katie jams it straight down.
You're cutting after setting the pick. Durant just positions himself well to score in these situations.
Pass to Cunningham. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Hardaway finds Şengün. Here's Burke. And he's got 28 now. Şengün, the screen. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Ivy's shot is off. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Rockets. It's a 3-point game. Shoots over Holland. And that one's good by Durant. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Add Katie's mid-range J to the game's unblockable shots alongside the sky hook and the step-back 3.
Cunningham passes to Durant. Şengün with a steal. To the paint. And Durant with the big finish.
Turning up the intensity. Durant saw his chance and does not hold back.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, what a move by Cunningham inside.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Durant, the pass to Şengün. Here's Burke. He's watched by Cunningham. Robbed. Ivy outside. It's stolen. Here's Durant. Durant automatic at the rim.
Oh, it is a nightmare trying to stay with Durant in fast break situations. Trust me, I know. His speed, agility, and intensity is just off the charts.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over. With his guys. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. The 4th spot held by the Pistons.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding's never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
All right, let's see what Detroit has coming up. On Monday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against the Spurs, it's going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start for the year.
And he drops the first. He does not get the second one. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Now Sasser. He has 6. And he makes it on the layup. Sasser's got 8.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Here's Burke. Sasser defending. Yes, sir! The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
I just love the ball movement.
Pass to George. Stewart, a screen on Brooks. George passes to Stewart. And yep, it's good. He's got 5.
Well, this is where Stewart should look to score. He can be very effective down low.
Here's Burke. Sasser defending. Here's Durant. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Shepard comes in for Burke. Good on the second one.
No doubt Kevin Durant is the best scoring forward of his generation, maybe of all time. I mean, KD can do anything offensively.
George outside. Stewart, a screen on Thompson. George against Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George, right side. It's George on the wing. Second shot opportunity. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Thompson. Houston leading by 8. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Hardaway finds Thompson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got 8.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
George passes to Ivy. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Here's George. Got it from about 16 feet. He has 7.
With how good PG-13's jumper is, that is an easy make.
Thompson against George. Another one falls for Houston.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Durant. Durant, so effective inside.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
George against Thompson. Now here's George. Strother. The shot off that time. And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break up 12. Great team defense on Paul George. They're limiting what PG is doing out there. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Alperon Şengün, Green out there with Shepard. Then it's Thompson, and it's Durant in at power forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Yeah, the single-minded focus of Durant on offense, it's all about getting buckets, no distractions.
Pass to Strother. George against Thompson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
And that's just outstanding work in transition. Green knowing where he needs to get to in these spots.
Stewart outside. Pass to Sasser. Here's Kramer. Stewart, a screen on Green. Here's Strother. Oh, the block shot. Grabs it out of the air. Outside, Green. Şengün, the screen. Fires from deep. Tries yet again. And he lays it up and in. And the Rockets lead by 18. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Houston.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pistons trail by 20. Sasser with the ball. Pass to Kramer. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season, and if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Burt's checked in for Houston. And a switch here also for Detroit. Anthony's checked in. On defense, the Rockets. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run. Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Pass to Stewart to halt the run. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Burke. And the shot goes in. Burke's got 30.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Sasser outside. Now here's George. Three-pointer, Anthony. And again, no good by Detroit. To the middle. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. So for the Rockets, Nance, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Dylan Brooks comes in for Durant. And it's Cam Whitmore in for Thompson. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Cunningham's checked in for Anthony. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Larry Nance picks one up. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. We saw two different teams.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Good game, MP.
Great music, great ribs. This is one city I don't mind visiting.
Halloween night. Greg, and this game should be a treat.
Yeah, fun holiday makes for a fun atmosphere. Expect this crowd to be engaged.
And for those not following the latest buzz, a new target has been set up by MP to collect more assists than anyone on teams they face.
Thus far, MP has proven his ability to be the best playmaker on the court. He's making the right read, staying aware of his teammates, and most importantly, they're winning games.
Here's the starting group for Houston. They've got Jalen Green. Thompson is out there with Durant. Then there's Burke. And it's Şengün in at the 5. Beyond the arc. The Knicks pull it in. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
And here is Burke after Jalen Brunson getting his shot to go from deep. Outside, KD. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Bridges shot. Good.
Physical defense on Bridges there, but he's able to score right through it.
KD passes to Burke. Here's Şengün. Deflects the pass. Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
So it's the Rockets now. The Knicks making the shot. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Durant. Here's Burke. Houston needs to get a shot off. Şengün, no good. New York with the ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Brunson finds Hart. Brunson surveying the D. And Thompson sends it back.
On the hunt to make a big defensive impact, Thompson denying that shot.
It's his first trip to the line. That one is off. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here, and it's blocked.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Now here's Burke. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. And I think most would agree that MPGA at this point of his career is considered one of the best ever at his position.